Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Man United agenda. Manchester United are out of the E.F.L trophy. Hello, everyone. So welcome back. Welcome back to the Man United agenda. So my name is E.F.L. We've got back with us Mr. B. We've also got Shah. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. So on not a so positive show today, Manchester United lost 1-0 to West Ham, being knocked out of the League Cup. Now, I know everybody's going to say it's only the League Cup and blah, blah, and blah, blah, but it's never nice to lose. It's never nice to be kicked out of a cup, no matter the level of the cup. And to be honest, when I watched the game, I mean, United did have good spells of where, we were controlled the game, we had possession. I just felt it was very, very toothless up top. I felt like we didn't create enough chances. And we just let them really go through at that one moment where we were weak on that one side. They came in, they got their goal, and then they tried to hold on to that. So both teams were depleted as well. Both teams rotated. Our team looked stronger. Not going to lie, on paper, our team should have won on paper, but that didn't come to fruition. So I'm going to push this over to you, Shah. Where do you think it went wrong today for us?
I think it was up top, 100%, with that. I'm not going to try and single Martial out because he was getting defended very, marked very closely. Same with Sancho. Anytime they were getting closed down quickly, all our shots, well, not all of the shots, but all of our initial shots were coming from areas that really we shouldn't be shooting from unless, that's the only option. As a player, when you're playing football in those situations, you've got defenders, you've tried the long range shot, it's being blocked down, then you're going to try and make those runs like Sancho was doing, little 1-2 plays. I mean, there was some nice football. There was some nice football being played, but there just wasn't no end product. Are we, from my personal opinion, I think our central part of our attacking performance was not there.
Fair enough. Mr. B, what are you saying?
I would actually agree with Shah. We started really slow. West Ham.
Why do we keep doing this? Why do we keep starting slow? This thing is really frustrating me, man.
It makes no sense. I don't know if Oli tells them to take their time. He goes out there, relax, enjoy yourself. It took the goal for any of our front four to touch the ball. Then all of a sudden, as soon as they scored, it's like a light is switched on, and West Ham, we dominated the whole of the first half apart from the first 10 minutes. Martial's miss, I'm going to call it a miss. He should have scored. Let's be honest. If he has any intention of holding down a first team place at Manchester United and not being put on the bench, then he needs to put those chances away. He didn't. At the end of the day, I'm hearing bits and pieces about Martial in January. And I'm beginning, as much as it burns me, to think that I'm not saying he's not United standard, because he is 100%, but for whatever reason, he's just not doing it. He's not the guy anymore. Whether that's confidence, whether that's sulking, which everybody says he does. I don't know, but it was a frustrating game. I think frustrating more than anything today. I think I'm more frustrated. I'm not upset. Some of the games I sit down here and I've got a rum and coke.
Yeah.
Today it's not. The players who were put out needed to be played. They needed the game to play. What it does mean is that when the next game comes along, don't be knocking on the manager's door saying, oh, I want to play or I deserve to play or why aren't I being played? Because when you got the opportunity, you didn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly
You know,
that.
so it was frustrating for me today. OS, you tell me, what was your feeling on the game?
You know, it's very difficult for me to fault the players because I saw some good performances. Like Van der Beek, for example, was good today. I thought he was very good today on the ball. I thought Matic also in the midfield was good with him. They controlled the majority of the game. My issue was Martial. Like I said, my issue was Martial because every time he got the ball, he doesn't look confident. This is the problem. He doesn't look confident, and I don't know how we can infuse that confidence back into him. We were doing silliness like trying to cross the ball into the box, and you've got Martial in the box, and he's trying to win against the likes of Kufal and them, man, and Dawson, and like, he's never going to win balls into the air. So I didn't understand why we approach it like that, but it's so weird. It's one of those games where I don't feel bad because we didn't play bad. That's the strange thing. We didn't play bad. We had the ball. We kept on going forward. We kept on trying to attack. I just don't think we had the quality to open them up. And it's weird to say that. It's a second team, but we didn't have the quality to open them up. So it's not the end of the world for me that we're out of the League Cup. But the only thing that burns a little bit about that is, for me, that trophy was for the guys that are not going to get minutes to have their minutes in that trophy. You know what I mean? And now they're not going to get that. FA Cup is the other one. And do I want to risk that big of a rotation in the FA Cup? No, because I would love to win the FA Cup. Exactly. So that's the only thing that burnt me today. Let's go through a few comments because there's a few people in here. It would be good to see what they think. Hello, Gems. Hello, Gems. I knew I was going to see Gems today. He says, you guys want to talk depth? Rotation ain't for everyone. I mean, fair enough. I mean, we've got depth. For me, I think we've got depth. But do we have the people that know how to use that depth? I don't know. I'm not blaming the manager. I'm not blaming the coaching. But something is not clicking with our depth. Every time we change our team, there's a big difference in the way we play. So good point, I suppose. Kelvin, welcome back, Kelvin. He says, tell him Gems. There you go. I'm assuming he's a Liverpool fan. I don't know who he supports, but I'm guessing.
Well, I think I'm sure that's Arsenal. I'm sure that's Gums.
Arsenal? It can't be Arsenal, but can Arsenal? Okay, because Arsenal.
Yeah, may well be.
Gems again. Whatever Klopp plays out, they play the Liverpool way, whether they're 16 or 35. Can't see that Man United. They all looked a bit lost, and some were a bit greedy and selfish tonight. I agree with her point in that Klopp, no matter who plays, they play the Klopp way. 100% agree with that. And we don't have that at Man United. I agree with that. I disagree that Man United look lost today. I don't think they look lost. I think they played well. I just think that they weren't good enough in the final third. That's what I saw. I don't know. You guys agree or?
100%. I personally think that we performed well. We kept control of the ball. The passing was nice. There was a little bit more one-touch passing going on as well, which was nice to see. And I agree with you. I think the points that are being put out there, you've got to remember that some of these players, it was the first time that they played in X amount of months. People have been coming back from Corona, from fitness issues, from injuries, and for them to put in 90 minutes of a shift was perfect, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I just knew West Ham were going to come for revenge today. I just knew it. You know, we beat them in the league and I knew they were going to come. But if we had a choice, lose in the league or lose in the League Cup, I would have picked the League Cup every day of the week. So I suppose we can look at it like that. Next comment, Gems. Kelv, all I heard all transfer window was these guys questioning our depth with injuries. We've used 23 players so far this season and yet to lose a match. It's only 5 games into the season. You have to relax. Let's see how the season goes. And then you're going to see how your depth does. Already, what happened to Thiago? Thiago is the most injury-prone player I've ever seen in my life. This guy is going to be out more than he's in at Liverpool. So that's Thiago gone. What's his name? Trent weren't playing last week. So things are going to start coming in. I know Trent was sick, but things are going to start coming in, and I want the same energy when it comes. Mr. Amonde from the United Agenda. Welcome, Amonde. He says, hello, family. Disappointing result today. Well done, Moyes, in having his team drilled to defend the lead. Martial is not a number 9.
He's not a nothing. I'll be honest, Amonde. I'm beginning to think he's not a nothing. If January comes and he can get gone with a guarantee to a sale, I will gladly take that.
I don't.
Yeah, go.
Sorry, go.
No. I just said I don't want to be jumping on his back, but he's frustrated the shit out of me, and I think today was the camel that has broke up the whole of my back. I think I'm done with him. I really think I'm done with him.
I think Martial's quality. I really do believe he's quality. I just think he needs a change. He needs a change.
He's like Anelka
in the team. Yeah, it reminds me of like an Anelka. He needs a type of manager that knows how to get it out of him. And he's been at Man United too long. There's been so much things that's happened to him at Man United. He needs a change. He needs a different club, and hopefully something will come from that. His confidence is shot.
Yeah.
Solo from the United.
Evening, boss.
Good evening.
in Solo.
Yes, give us a like and share, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, guys. On Monday again, we've seen Liverpool and City play a B team and rely on their philosophy to win. This, I feel, is our issue, too dependent on our world-class players. 100%.
I want to disagree, but
City play. This is the same point that we were discussing earlier with James's comment. The fact that there's a system, and when their players come in, they play in that system. Our players, there's no system. When they come in, we usually rely on a Bruno or a Pogba or a Ronaldo. We can't rely on the players we had today. That's too much pressure, I think, on them.
Do you think today, in hindsight, it was too much changes? I look at Man City's team. As much as they had changes, they had starters playing. Maybe that was to get them the way that they've been injured. They had Foden playing. They had De Bruyne playing a fair bit of the second half of the game. But I feel that they mixed it in regards to rotation. They mix it. It might be 6 first teamers and five second string. Whereas United with Ollie, he always tends to go the whole, you lot ain't played no games in 2 months. I'm going to throw all of you lot into one game. What if half of those players played? Let's be honest.
Just Sancho.
Yeah, it's only Sancho. Lingard's had a little run out. Martial's done nothing. Bailly, all he does is make TikTok videos. Henderson, first game back since COVID. Tellez.
First game back from injury.
Right, there you go. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, first game back from his injury.
Dalot
again, but you all know that Dalot's going to be covering for easing. So he rotated the whole of those guys. And the last game wasn't that during the international break when most of those guys played.
Yeah.
You know, Van der Beek, let's be honest, we call out for Van der Beek. And today he was like the invisible man.
Oh, I don't agree. I thought Van der Beek was good. I thought Van der Beek was good, man. I think Van der Beek was probably one of our more positive players today. He was getting the ball, switching the ball around. He was winning tackles. There were moments, of course, I agree. There was moments where he could have done better, or he got out-muscled on the ball, or he gave the wrong pass. But I think it was one of his stronger games for us so far since he's come. Actually,
I think personally the only mistake I think he made was his positioning for when the goal happened.
For the goal, exactly.
He should have been more on the penalty spot, I think.
So the one mistake he made cost us a goal.
But he covered a lot of ground. His interception, his passing, his accuracy, his weight of passing was phenomenal. Like really good.
Can I just say I'm going to say I was actually winding you lot up.
Okay. As you can see, Solo was like Van der Beek had an okay game. Jen says Greenwood and Bruno were bang on, though, so don't put it all on Martial. Yeah, they were put on last 20 minutes. I mean, you can't always do something in the last 20 minutes. How many times for Liverpool have you brought on someone in the last 20 minutes and they haven't done anything? It can't happen. We can't always expect Bruno and Greenwood. And Greenwood nearly actually made a massive difference. Did you see? As soon as he came on, 2 seconds, and he got that chance, and another day that goes in. Another day that goes in. So it's as Ollie would say, a game of fine margins.
Yeah, that's his one, and we're always on. It's always fine margins when we lose. That's his favorite saying when we lose.
Yo, I haven't seen Gems post this many comments before. She's happy that United lost. So she's saying Bailly header from the corner is still on its way back down. That was funny though, I ain't gonna lie. Let's go to Mr. Anthony Herbert. Welcome back.
Oh, good evening. Good evening.
To the panel and to Mr. Moyes. Fair enough. Arsenal won today, didn't they? I think Arsenal through as well. Well done to you guys. Jem says Moisey was only moist at Man U. Hammers have dried him up. He's doing well. He's doing well.
She's got the joke book out today.
He's doing well at West Ham, though. We have to give him that respect for sure. I just think he's not a big club manager. Wherever he goes, I think that's his level. West Ham, Everton, those type of clubs. I mean, Anthony again, Mr. B, did you get hammered?
No, it wasn't that. So as I said, I'm not disappointed in the game. I've just got to do that thing that I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
All right, cool. So we'll go to the next comment. Jem says Oli Gunnar subpar. Fair enough. I mean, I can't really argue that, to be honest with you. He just lost and got dashed out of the cup, so I'm not going to argue that. Anthony says, I just want to say, if Mr. B is good at DIY, I got a spare hammer for him. I wish he was here to see that. Anthony says, I think Mr. B needs to drink something stronger. I'll tell him when he comes back. Solo says, disappointment today, but look at it's only 7 games so far. We need to stay positive. I definitely agree. I don't think at the beginning of the season they thought to themselves, you know what? I don't think they thought, Man United, we need to go as far as we can in the League Cup and make sure we win the League Cup. I think the League Cup was always a competition for us to play our subpar players and try and play them into fitness. So, yes, we're out. Yes, it's a disappointment, but it's not the end of the world for me. And as Solo said, it's only 7 games. The only team I would say that's playing really well right now is Liverpool. I think Liverpool on form are playing well. When you look at City are not at their best. Chelsea are not at their best, even though their defense is incredible. As a team, they're not playing at their best. And Man United are not at their best. So there's going to be a part in the season where we're going to all pick up. It's definitely going to happen. It happens every season. I just hope we can stay in the mix when that time comes. Let's go.
I mean, look, the overwhelming, I mean, I'm listening to you, Shah, and obviously OS. We're not disappointed. Are we not disappointed with the loss?
I'm disappointed we're out of the cup, yeah. But I think like what OS is saying is, if we were to lose any cup game, this is the cup that we need to be like, that is not as much of a priority as the League Cup or not the League Cup, sorry, the Premier League or the Champions League
or the FA Cup.
I'm gonna put something to you. If we need to win a first trophy under Ollie, do you think he has blown a good opportunity, or are we looking at it that it was first round? You know, we've got the whole of the rest of the season. We're not disappointed. I'm going to wonder if Ollie is on the face of it disappointed and the players disappointed.
They could be. I mean, he could be disappointed. He could be. But I want to switch that question as well and say, if we finish the season with only the Carling Cup, and let's say we finish 3rd or something like that, would you be happy? That's the thing. You know what I mean? When you look at it like that, you're like, the Carling Cup really has nothing about it. No one takes it serious. Everybody rotates their team until maybe the semi. Rotate their team the whole tournament and still manage to win it. I mean, that shows quality, of course. I just don't. I don't know why. I don't feel bad at this loss. I really don't. It just gives us more time to work on our tactics or whatever we're doing on the training pitch, and we don't have to stress. The only concern is that certain players won't get games now. You know, that was the competition, they got games, and now they won't get that. So Anthony, I thought the game would have gone to penalties watching how both teams played. I agree. I thought we were going to get a goal, you know. Mata as well hit the bar as well at one point.
Yeah.
It was a very, very good
That's
shot.
soft.
Anthony says, anyone want a tissue? No, I'm okay. I don't know about you guys, but I'm okay. I don't need a
I'm
tissue.
good
His
today.
buttons are all used up after tonight's win.
Shem says we didn't have many starters. Think it was just Cater, and he's questionably not a starter. I think she was responding to what you were talking about, balancing starters with rotation players. Kelvin says poor Ollie. It's not poor Ollie. I wouldn't say he's getting paid money to manage the biggest club in the world. It's not poor Ollie. He's got the best position to be in right now. He's laughing. He's laughing right now.
Poor Arteta.
That's well, you can say it like that. Stu says Tellez proving tonight he is just as brainless as Shaw defensively. Okay, I don't know who Stu is. Welcome to the show. Make sure you subscribe. But for you to say Shaw is brainless defensively, nah, mate, I don't agree. I don't know about you guys, but I do not agree with that.
Okay, the Tellez part, yes, to a certain extent, but the Shaw part, definitely not, Stu.
Shaw's one of the best left backs in the Premier League. I know,
Wow.
brainless.
Wow, right now.
I know. This is what happens though when Man United lose. This is what happens. Jem says I'd be disappointed at not having a chance to see. Fair enough, James. Fair enough. Anthony says Ollie's staying. I'm cementing him in.
I'm gonna leave. I'll leave that one. I'm gonna leave that one.
And then Jem says West Ham hit the corner post as well late on. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, by that time though, you know, it's 88 minutes. I think it was. Everybody's gone forward. Anything can happen there. You know, we're throwing the kitchen sink at them. So yes, true. They hit it. They hit the post as well. Anthony says, read out the message back to Mr. B. Oh, okay. So, okay, we'll get back to you, James, regarding Sancho. Let me just go back to what. So this was the message for you, Mr. B.
I can't even do a light. I'll be honest. I can't even do a light.
Okay, and then yeah, this one as well.
And I said no. Okay. It's a very late show, and if I start that, I ain't going into work tomorrow.
Okay, so Sancho, this is a good topic from Jem. Sancho, thoughts so far?
What is this so far for the season? So far for the game? I'm assuming it'll be season. I was hoping that we would have seen the Sancho from Dortmund, but today there's signs that the team are maybe understanding what he wants. My issue really is that I always see Sancho as a right-sided player. I know you lot said his stats, he created more coming in from the left, but the left side is Rashford's side. So I'm not even getting into that whole debate about Rashford. As soon as Rashford's fit, I believe Rashford takes that side.
Yeah.
So Sancho, I think it's just going to take time. We all know he's got class. We've all seen the class that he's got.
Yeah.
You know, and they say Premier League is faster than, you know, all the other leagues. And he hasn't played in the Prem before. But I'll be honest, I know it's only a few games in. I was expecting a little bit more. I
think he did. But anyway, go.
Sorry. What I was going to say was, don't you think, though, in what he has shown, for him being 21 years old, not played in the Premier League, I think he's shown a lot of positives. He's taken on players. He's held up the ball well. He's worked. Even today's game, I thought he understood his passing ranges, what worked well, where his run was. He was looking, you know, there's a nice little link-up play with Donny on the left as well, Bruno, Mata. I think he played well with quite a lot of players, and he
Mm.
showed a lot of football intelligence. You know, cutting in, taking. He's not scared either, which I really liked.
Yeah.
Very similar kind of performance to like Ahmad on his first debut. You know, like just
Yeah. Okay. I mean, for me, just to finish up with a comments segment, for me with Sancho, I said as soon as we signed him, I said let's not expect wonders from him straight away. I knew that it was going to take time. The thing is, he got COVID, I think, at the beginning when he came to England, didn't he? And he had to be quarantined.
Did he?
Sancho. Something happened to him, and he had to quarantine, and he couldn't. I think it's because he got back from break. Actually, he had to quarantine, so he didn't even do the preseason with us, the same as everyone else. And then he came in late. You can see it as soon as you screen. He's a yard off everyone.
Well, that's because was that because of the Euros? Like him and they went to Mykonos, him and Rashford, right?
Exactly that. So they came back late. They had to quarantine. They couldn't come back to the training. So it's going to take time for him. He may not deliver in the next few months. He may not, but he's going to be a big player for Man United, man. I see it. He's going to be massive for Man United. So I'm not concerned personally about Sancho. I know all rival fans are going to look at that. He's 75 million. They're going to light off. It's fine. It's banter. It happens. But Sancho is going to be a massive player in the Premier League. I can see it already. Okay, guys.
Once Sancho is back, once Rashford is back, we will see Sancho on the right and maybe a rotation between Greenwood and Ronaldo in the middle. Or do you think Greenwood and Sancho will be swapping on the right?
I think Rashford definitely goes to the left. Definitely.
Yeah.
I think Sancho will be played on the right, but I don't think he will be guaranteed a start on the right. I think he has to take that off Greenwood. And I think whenever Ronaldo don't play, I think that's Cavani. I don't think it's Greenwood. I think that's what's going to happen. What do you think, Mr. B?
I agree with that. I think he'll keep the experience up top because them two in front of goal don't mess about. Now, in all fairness, Greenwood is an assassin. Greenwood is an assassin. Sorry, Greenwood is an assassin.
No, that one for Greenwood.
But I think if Oli, he knows what he's going to get from Cavani and Cristiano, and that is that they're not going to be messing them. They'll miss one of three. They'll hit the target with one, score with one. Greenwood, maybe his numbers are a little bit high. They will improve with time, don't get me wrong. And I do expect him to be that guy. But right now, I think it would be Cavani and Cristiano.
Fair enough. Let's get to the last part of the show. Just look at the players. Let's rate the players and just see what you guys. I want to really see what you guys feel. So let's go to the goalkeeper first, Dean Henderson. Shah, what are you saying about Dean Henderson today?
I like Dean. He made some good saves. One last-minute saves against Noble, stopping the ball going in near post. For him to come back from what he's gone through, obviously there was a lot of fitness issues. Got 90 minutes at the weekend, and I think he performed well. His ball range, control, apart from when.
Oh. Something happened there. You can continue that, Mr. B.
Yeah, apart from when. No, Henderson, competent. I think it was a competent performance.
Yeah,
it wasn't nothing exceptional. He did what you expect a Manchester United goalie to do.
Yeah,
I don't think it was an issue. I think he was superb. I think he was sorry, superb. No, I think he was a 7. I'll give him a. Do I really want to give him a 7? And we lost again.
I would say 6. I would give him a 6.
I mean, what is our average? What are we going by an average? Is our
5
average
is an
6?
average.
5. I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 6. If 5 is the average, then I'll give him a 6.
Shah, you give him. What are you saying?
Yeah, I was going to just say sorry about that. It was Dean's definitely a 6.
Okay, cool. Well, let's just say maybe let's look at the whole defense as a whole rather than going one by
individual.
One. Yeah,
okay.
We had Dalot, we had Bailly, we had Lindelof, we had Telles. How do you think the defense did as a whole, Shah?
I'll give him a 6. I'm on it.
So just about average. I can. And then you, Mr. B?
I would give a 6 to probably blanket the whole of that, but Dalot, I look at that. I think Dalot can offer us some. I look at Dalot, and I think I can see him out of all of those players who played. Bar Lingard, obviously we know, but out of all of those players, I think Dalot could push if he's given that incentive, that carrot to be dangled.
Yeah,
I think he may be able to push on. I'd give all of them a 6, apart from Dalot, who I thought was. I'd give him a 6.5.
okay. And I think for me, I see Dalot like Alonso for Chelsea. Like if we ever played with a wing back, he would be incredible, I think. Because of his crossing. His crossing was amazing today. Like he really brought some good crossing in, but we just didn't have a Ronaldo or a Cavani in the box. That was the problem. So okay, I think that's some reasonable scores. I would have said 6.5, I think, something like that for the defense. Because every time they went close to the defense, I wasn't sure. I wasn't confident. Rolls Royce wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't. Mr. Varane weren't there. Let's say the midfield, Van der Beek, we had Matic, we had Mata at the beginning, and then Mata got replaced afterwards by Bruno when Bruno came on at the end. In that position, I'm saying. What are you guys saying? So let's go to Shah first.
For me, I think Matic had a good game, but I think the other side of it that I was just going to say, and same with defence, like the reason why we had so much possession and attacking and crosses, that West Ham sat deep. They just sat in a low block. So they were allowing us to have the possession and come forward at the times, and I think that's why we see Matic going for runs, and part of that Donny van der Beek was and the way that he and Mata played were absolutely great. I think I'd actually rate that trio a 7 just for this performance. Purely, Mata was all over the pitch. His passing was amazing. Yet again, we just know his qualities. We know he's got his movement. But same with Donny and Matt. They all three of them showed a lot more character than we've seen sometimes out of that midfield.
Fair enough. What do you say, Mr. B?
I want to talk before Shah next time, because he's giving my marks and he's taking my words away. The trio. I mean, the thing is, none of that three played bad. They weren't 9s, but they were consistently. You're looking at maybe the 7s. You could give them the 7s quite easily, because I mean, Mata, you're right. Mata, he covered every blade of grass, and then we'll probably look on one of those heat maps and find out he didn't go anywhere. You know what I mean? But I thought he had a decent game. Matic is Matic. He's going to give you that level every game. My issue with Matic, and his legs. He doesn't have the pace. That's my issue with Matic. And they kept it tidy. They kept everything tidy. I don't think... it's weird. You look at it, I think we controlled the midfield, but I think that's more because of how Moyes had West Ham. They came out of the block, boom. They got the goal and they just soaked it. So I don't think they were that bad, that trio. So yes, 7... See, I don't really want to give him the 6.5s. Yeah, we probably could go 7 for the midfield. Yeah. Shah. By the way, I'm speaking before Shah, the next one.
No problem. And I think I would say also...
You can have the next one, bro.
Our midfield were the strongest points for sure. Our attack now. Lingard, Martial, Sancho. What are you saying, Mr. B?
Martial... 5. Wow. I think I'll give him a 5. I don't want to be blinded by the fact that we lost.
Yeah.
I don't want to be blinded by the fact that he was normal Martial, that normal lethargic, not looking like he doesn't give a shit. I'm not saying he doesn't, because I can't believe any player playing for Man United doesn't care.
Yeah.
I would like to see a little bit. Maybe if he had scored the goal. I mean, all right, Solo. OS.
Yeah.
You kick ball, yeah? You play football. Did he look confident that he was going to score that goal?
No, not at all. Man, it looked like he was scared of a challenge coming in or something.
See, and this is the part that I'm now beginning to worry about. Has his head actually just gone? You know, I'm giving him I will give him the 5.
Mm-hmm.
I will give Sancho. Oh wow. He can't take a 7. Sancho can't get a 7.
Oh, it's too high, I
He
think.
can't. So yeah, so you're looking at, and his 6. Does he deserve a 6? I'll go 6.5. I'll do a Sancho 6.5. Who did I miss out?
And then you've got on the other side you had Lingard.
6.5.
6.5 as well.
6.5.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. They, I think they were energetic. I just think they were missing that final ball. I think the creativity, they were missing that.
Right. So you don't think it was the top of the Christmas tree, as in the finish?
No,
you think
because
it was more the creative?
I think we were creating chances. We didn't create enough. So there was definitely something there with Sancho and Lingard in terms of creating. But how much could you really do if your striker is not giving you the possibilities to create? If your striker is not running into those right spaces, if your striker is not coming back, picking up the ball, holding up the ball well, linking up with you, and then running.
Yeah.
It's difficult. It's difficult for them to do that. So that's why I don't want to be too harsh on them, because I saw them trying. They were running. They were trying to get in behind, but it just wasn't good enough, you know. And that's why I think a 6.5, just above average, I think is good. But they still got a lot more work to do. I think. I agree with you on that.
So if we had Cavani instead of Martial playing today,
yeah,
you think we would have won that game?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think we would have created different types of chances. The balls coming into the box from the wings would have been dealt with better than we did today. I think the only thing that I don't think Cavani would have given us that Martial gives us is when Martial links up with our flanks. Like, I don't think Cavani, that's his strength. Cavani's a poacher. He wants to go into the box and sniff up anything. But I think we would have definitely scored goals today if Cavani played, for sure. But, you know, that's what ifs, you know, like that's what ifs. That's hindsight.
Yeah, exactly. Harry hindsight. Yeah, I hear that.
Okay, and the last question before we go and finish up with comments and finish up the show. Ollie, what are you guys giving Ollie today? Mr. B, I'm coming to you first since you wanted first.
I'll give you sod. I'll give him 6.
Wow.
See, I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'd give him a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, he can't take more than a 6. But I don't want to give him. You can't give him the 5.
Why
because
not?
5 is Fred territory, man.
5 is average. That means you did it averagely. You could have done better or you could have done worse. For me, I felt that's what I felt with Ollie today personally. But Shah, what do you think?
So for me personally, I think with Ollie, his hand was a little bit dealt for him with the players, right? He needed to play these players. So
he could have played more experience with them.
He could have done, but then he's thinking, well, look, there's a run of games coming up.
That's true.
More importantly, the League Cup is designed for what we've seen in the past few seasons are academy players coming in, not actually off old first team players. And some of these are old first team players. You know, we were playing with Lindelof and Bailly.
Yeah.
As our first team players, Matic first team, Matt our first team. So for me, I'll give him a 6. He played what he thought was a blend of experienced players and youngsters to be able to do what needed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, effectively, that's. I think he chose the right squad for this game.
Fair enough. Let's go to the comments then. Let's see what they're saying. So Anthony says Leicester to win Carabao Cup, Man United to win FA Cup, Chelsea to win the league, and Arsenal to finish 4th. Wow. I don't know about the Arsenal one. Stu says Shaw, Wolves, torn to ribbons, missing for Newcastle goal, Penty versus West Ham, despite playing half decent last season, torn up in Istanbul and ball watching versus Villarreal, being easily for Polish goal. I disagree. I respect what you're saying, but I disagree.
Wow.
D-Star, Ollie out. Wow.
Why? Why? Come on. D-Star, if you're still listening, actually, do you know what? We're going to be finishing up soon. D-Star, in the comments after the show, me and you will have a little conversation. You can explain to me why you want Ollie out.
On Sancho, from Stu, on Sancho, I was always said that he was majestic with Hakimi as a decoy. He was half decent last year with Munier, but that was from Christmas onwards, and he doesn't do much for England. He is a great talent. I mean, I agree there that he is a great talent, and hopefully we'll see that soon. Stu, I've responded to Shaw hype and spoken on Sancho. All right, thank you. Talk MU, welcome Talk MU. Talk says gutted, folks. Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. Anthony says Henderson 7.5. Wow.
Ooh.
Stu says the Man United agenda. I responded, please read both. Yes,
of course. Of course.
Anthony says defense 6.5. Anthony says midfield 6. Jens is on banter again. Henderson late run up to goal was comedy gold. And I did see that though, and he tried to pass and he just kicked it out. Anthony attacked 5.5.
That wouldn't be
it wouldn't be
far off. Yeah,
I hit that.
Too far off.
West Ham goalkeeper, yep, he was on form today. Jem says my son Romeo is a Man U fan. He was annoyed with Bruno, said he was being selfish with some of his long shots. Fair enough. Lekiko, welcome Lekiko. He says, Daniel, he says, shout out to Matic and Dalot. He did really very well. Yes, I agree with him. Matic and Dalot were very good. Jem says, I don't get all these numbers. Ratings, who was shit, who was all right, and who stood out simple. 1, 2, and 3.
They were all
average. That's the best way to put it. Ollie, mad subs at a decent time and were decent subs. Yeah. And then last comment, tell them Shah about no experience. How about Matic kneeling the ball in his balls? That was mad. That should have been a red, I ain't gonna lie.
Dawson stepped on the back of Sancho's heel. And that should have been a red card, but no VAR today, was there? No ball should have been sent off. Come on, man.
I know.
That old school football was being played today, I'm telling you.
Well, anyway, that's all we have today. That's the show we have today. I didn't want to do the show because we lost, but we have to do it. We have to take the corn, and if we lose, we have to take it. So, but it's only the Carling Cup or the League Cup or whatever you want to. We don't even know what it's called. That's the important.
We don't care about the cup.
Exactly. But guys, it's never nice to lose. We did lose. United out of the cup, but we will be back. We're going to be back at the weekend. There's going to be shows coming this week to preview the game for Saturday. I can't wait for the game against Villa because I believe we're going to come back and turn up, and I hope I'm right about that. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you follow. Thank you so much to all the people in the comments for engaging with us. That really made the show for us, and we appreciate you. We appreciate that. And we're going to see you very, very soon again.